Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Went to the Las Vegas Zoo. Yeah, it's a piece of crap. You ever been in there? They had like 4 birds and a squirrel. They didn't even have good animals. There was like a lizard or something ran by. The guy goes, "That's not ours." So, then they charge you to get in there. Do you believe that? Yeah. It's like $8. It comes out to like $1 an animal. Folks, they had a sign in the bathroom. It said, no smoking or eating. Yeah. Who's going to eat in the bathroom of the zoo? You're like, hey, the zoo don't smell bad enough. Let's go have a snack in the John. And whose job is it to go in there and check on that, you know? They're like, hey, Jimmy, when you're done washing the duck, go to the bathroom, make sure nobody's eating in there, will you?
Countdown to morning show initiated.
Sometimes your voice will wake me up.
Wake up! Wake up!
That'll do it.
It's the Morning Blitz.
Who are these butthos?
The Morning Blitz.
With Goose.
This guy shreds ass.
Mm-hmm. Kelly. And Thick Rick.
His brain ain't right, but it's fun.
The drug testing has been canceled.
These guys are up.
Smoke weed every day.
And now,
join us as we stimulate your imagination.
Your Morning Blitz begins now.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
What up, Goose?
What's going on?
How about this?
I don't know if I wanted to say... I didn't want to say, like, new and improved, because I didn't want to use the word improved. You guys are great.
No, you can use it. We can always use improving around here. That's why you're here. You've got to make us great. You're making the Blitz great again.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
The updated Morning Blitz. Yes. My name is Goose. Thank you so much. So happy to be here. So happy to join the show. Had an absolute blast. What was it, 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
That I got to come and visit.
Yeah.
Had so much fun that I got to come back.
Yeah, man.
And now I'm here. And I'm
glad
excited
to have
for
you.
it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You have a very cool sweatshirt on. I love that.
Thank you.
And old school MTV sweatshirt.
I figured it would fit for the first day.
I love it.
You know.
I love it.
So,
yeah.
Again, super excited to be here. Lots to come. So much to talk about. How was your weekend?
Well, my weekend was great. My obsession with Severance continues. Do you watch Severance? Please tell me you watch Severance.
I do not. I
can find 0 people to talk to about this show. I'm so frustrated because Thick Rick saw the first season many years ago when it first came out. He's waiting for the whole thing to drop before he starts the second season.
Wait, many years ago?
Wait, okay. Well, yeah, it's been 4 years since the first season came out.
Yeah.
I just heard about the show like 2 months ago when they started advertising season 2.
And here's the thing. We watched it and loved it. And, we were waiting. No second season came. But I tried to get Kelly to watch it for a couple of years, and then I just stopped talking about it. Then all of a sudden, she goes and watches it.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, have you heard of the show Severance? He's like, I told you about this. So he needs due credit for me watching it. He did. He's the one who first told me about it, but I didn't watch it until this past fall.
But here's the thing. So she's already watching the second season, and she wants to talk to me about it. I haven't watched it because it's been 4 years, so we have to... we literally watched the last episode of the first season.
Right.
And I'm like, this did us no good. We literally have to watch... So we're 3 episodes into the first season of rewatching.
Okay, here's my question, though.
Yes.
Is it one of those shows, are they doing weekly releases?
Yes.
Or is it all... See, I started watching The Pit on HBO Max, that new medical show.
Yes.
And I was like, I'll give it a try.
That's supposed to be good.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And
really?
And the first episode grabbed me. And I was like, oh. And, of course, this was... 2 weeks ago when I was still unemployed, so I was sitting on the couch one day, and I went through, and it gets to episode 4 and it stops.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
week
a
by
weekly
week.
release. And I was like, no. I hate
Max,
that.
yeah,
I
it's
hate
Max.
that so much. If
Okay.
I want to binge a show, I want to binge the
I
whole
hear you.
thing.
It is.
And so it's very
Here's the
frustrating.
thing, though. This is a really neat thing about Severance, which is why I want you to start watching it and then go week by week, because on TikTok, on Reddit, there are so many fan theories and fan discussions. What's coming up? It is like a community. I'm telling you, it is a group of people who can't seem to get anyone else to watch this
'Cause it's a
show.
crazy out there
It's
show.
a crazy show,
Yeah.
and it's so good. There is a podcast happening right now with Ben Stiller, who produces the show, directs the show, etc., and the show's lead cast member. So it's like this big thing happening week to week. So we get to watch one show, and then we all discuss it for a solid 7 days till the next show comes out. It's a community, man. You're missing out.
Okay.
I really want you to be a part of this.
Well, I mean, I've got some time, so maybe I'll
Okay.
maybe I'll jump on and
Please,
and
it's
check
Apple
it out,
TV Plus.
see what's
It's
going on.
so good.
Thick, good weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's nice that it warmed up. Going to hit 60 today, so that's good.
Is it going to hit 60
yeah.
today? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I know.
Why am I not golfing?
Why am I not fishing? Well, because the lake's ice.
Yeah.
Michael McClaskey said, good morning, Thick, Kelly, and Goose. Carrie said, hey, Goose, welcome.
Thank you, Kelly.
Mike said, Goose, the only disappointment you will find in Columbus right now are the prices at the dispensary compared to Michigan. Other than that, Columbus is wonderful.
Well, the good news is I brought enough with me, so I don't need to
There
go
you
for a
go.
while, so
There you go.
I'm good.
And Kelly Josh said he's a big Severance nerd himself. He's in the same boat. It's hard to find people who watch it.
Josh, yes, it is.
I'll jump on board and
All right.
give me about a week or so, and
I
we'll
feel
get
like I'm
caught
starting
up.
to have to bully people to watch the show, and I don't like that about myself.
It's really good. It's unique. It's different, which is refreshing. You know, it's
Okay.
There are still some original ideas out there.
I had an amazing weekend. Spent yesterday, obviously, getting here and getting settled in.
What's that drive? Like
310.
310. All right.
Which, by the speaking of the drive, real quick, I know I've been here less than 24 hours.
Yeah,
But I already need a little help. So, real quick, 99,700. My steering wheel's got a shimmy. And so I don't know if it's like a balance and alignment, new tires. I don't know what it is. But I don't have, I just got here. I don't have a guy yet. So if someone knows like a good place to.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What's the snow situation up in Michigan right now?
Leaving yesterday was really bad.
Like, do you have big, like, clumps of snow underneath
No.
your car? That caused
See,
a shimmy for me once.
I did think that
Okay.
it maybe snowed because we did on Sunday. We had I almost said slutty snow, slushy snow. How's it going there, snow? But it did get in the tire well. I thought maybe it got in the tire well.
Right.
But
No.
it was the entire drive. So yeah, I got to get someone to take a look at the old wheels. However, part number 2 of my weekend, I don't want to share yet because Thick about ruined one of the happiest days of my life.
Oh, now you got her attention. You have no idea.
Thick,
Really?
yeah, yep, almost ruined one of the happiest days of my life on Saturday, and I'm going to talk about that. I want to share the whole story coming up about 30 minutes or so. So hang on for that.
It's already juicy
I'm
in here.
the one who ruined it.
I believe it. I believe it.
Oh, she does believe it. Yeah.
Let's get to this morning's question. Thick, what you got?
All right, $25 to water beds and stuff. If you're the first one to text in the correct answer at 99,700. There is a new podcast that starts Wednesday called The Magnificent Others. The first guest will be Gene Simmons. The question is, what rock singer will be the host of this podcast, The Magnificent Others? Be the first one to tell us at 99,700, and you will score the gift card.
99.7 The Blitz. It's the Morning Blitz. Goose, Kelly, Thick. Good morning. Welcome to your Monday. Let's get back to the question of the day.
Morning Blitz trivia question. There's a new podcast starting Wednesday called The Magnificent Others. The first guest will be Gene Simmons. The question was, what rock singer will host the podcast? And that would be Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins, also known as the...
How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
What you're hearing is Hardie Fiber Cement Siding living up to its reputation as the siding that helps resist weather damage, no matter what Mother Nature throws its way. James Hardie knows how important a reputation is, especially when you're a home builder. That's why Hardie products withstand the elements better than wood-based siding, with styles to match their strength. Because when home builders work with us, we deliver our best so they can look their best. Protect your reputation with exterior products by James Hardie.
Brother of Bill Burr, maybe.
Right. I can totally see it. 100%.
Yep.
Although,
Are you guys trying to get on Bill Burr's bad side?
here's the deal. Bald head, red hair. You're going to put me next to Bill Burr, and you could say we're half brothers.
Yeah.
Like, it's just what it is.
Along with Gene Simmons will be Corey Feldman and Tom Morello. So, I mean, that's quite a cast for your first podcast. Other guests that are already scheduled, Ministries, Al Jorgensen, Zach Wilde, Pat Benatar, Sharon Osbourne. And again, the first episode of The Magnificent Others with Billy Corgan will launch.
It's another famous person
Wednesday.
with another podcast.
Right. Sarah Bocook, first person to text in the correct answer. So Sarah's got $25 to spend at Waterbeds and Stuff and Beds and Stuff Superstores.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks so much. I want to talk about this real quick. There was a new survey conducted by Date Psychology. So if you're single, listen up, especially if you're a man, because this survey asked women to evaluate 74 male hobbies as attractive or unattractive.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
So basically 75 was the most attractive. I have got the top 5 least attractive hobbies for men.
I cannot wait for
From
this.
a woman's perspective.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5, I'm in trouble. Gambling.
Oh, okay. I see.
I love to gamble. I really do. I'm a big-time poker player.
Listen.
Date night for Nora and I, we're going to the casino and playing some bonus. We're playing some slot machines.
Casino right down the street here,
Yeah,
so you're in luck.
I know. I learned that. I learned that when I was exploring all that Columbus has to offer. Not only that, but I remember when I was here visiting, and the boss took me to dinner to Roosters at one of the locations. Obviously, I haven't learned all the streets yet, but he said right across the street there's like a poker room. They just it's not a casino. It's just a poker room. All they do is play poker.
How about that?
I was like, oh, don't tell me that.
So Nora likes to play.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you have to do as a gambler. You have to find yourself
someone who
another
enjoys
gambler.
it, yes.
See, my wife dominates at fantasy football.
Okay.
You know, so I needed that.
That's funny. All right. Number 4, I don't know if I consider this a hobby, but they put online trolling. That's just a bad person. If you're just going to troll, why are you wasting your time with that? I don't understand.
Well, you have no life and you're never going to get a girl anyway.
Well, the thing is it's like so mean and undermining of other human beings. It's like, well, when's that going to turn around on me?
Yeah.
That type of behavior, you know?
Number 3, least attractive hobbies for men. I'm on the fence here. I don't know if I would rather learn an instrument like the drums or the piano or do this, because number 3, although it's the least attractive, I love it. Magic tricks. I would love to learn some magic tricks. Some really good card tricks. Come on.
Did you see Modern Family? You know, Phil Dunphy, the dad?
Right.
The dad, when he met his oldest daughter's boyfriend who plays guitar and everything, and Phil goes, oh man, I really always wanted to play the guitar in high school, but my magic got in the way.
That's like Big Bang Theory. Howard's always trying to do magic, and every girl he tries to do it for thinks he's an idiot.
Yeah,
you know?
no, absolutely.
Now listen, my uncle was a magician, a traveling magician / comedian. Right. No kidding.
That's right.
And he was a very, how do I put it politely, an interesting human being. Eccentric, I would say.
Okay.
He's interesting, very intelligent person. He had a bit of an eccentric personality, and was really good at it too.
You have to be if you're gonna do magic. And magic comedians, let me tell you, as someone who has performed stand-up comedy since I've been 18.
Okay.
I've been on stages across the country.
Yes.
And I've seen a lot of the magic comedians. It takes a special kind of person to be one of those comedian magician people.
Yeah, that's putting it really kindly.
Yeah. Piff the Magic Dragon.
I like Piff. Piff is funny.
He's great.
Number 2 on the list, least attractive male hobbies, that would be collecting figurines.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to assume they mean like the action figures and toys that you keeping the boxes.
Like a bunch of Star Wars
Yes,
characters.
exactly.
There's kind
Stuff
of
like
a theme here. It's like, where are you spending your money? Are you spending it at Magic Camp? Are you spending it at the casino? Are you spending it on figurines? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, women are looking at where you're spending your money and your time.
And then number 1 on the list. Hey, Thick, you want to take any guess as to what the least attractive hobby is, according to women, about what's the least attractive hobby a man can have?
Are you going to tell me fantasy football?
No, I am not.
Oh, okay.
But for you
Fishing?
No.
All right, I don't know then.
Oh.
What's
Video games.
There it is. There it is.
See?
Yeah.
I married a gamer, too.
That's what
So you found your perfect match.
Yes.
Yeah. Video games.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, if you're single, here you go. This is for you. You know, Valentine's Day is what? A week and a half away?
Something like that, yeah.
You're looking for love. And if you want a sure-based, we will find your soulmate, this might be the company for you. A new matchmaking site called 3 Day Rule just launched a service that promises to find you the one. And you can do so for the low, low price of $1 million.
Oh, come on.
Yep. It's called $1 Million Matchmaking. Now, here's the thing.
I'll find you someone for half that.
Get your application in now because they are only taking 3 people to find the one for.
It's like a bad business model. You mean 3 people at a time and then they'll
maybe reset it. Well, here's they've already had over 100 people apply last week for these 3 slots.
Isn't that what Raya's for? That is for rich people.
For rich people,
dating?
right.
What? Yeah, it can't cost $1 million at Raya.
Who has got $1 million to just shell out and be like, yeah, I need you to help me find the one?
You must have serious trouble if you are willing to spend $1 million to get a match made for you.
If you've got $1 million and you can't get a
exactly.
date.
Yeah,
there should be women falling all over you.
Yes. Here's the deal. It's a 12-month program. The price tag covers the salaries of 3 different people. Here's what you're going to get for your $1 million. A dedicated recruiter. They're going to fly around the country to visit bars, gyms, concerts, and other spots to find you the perfect match. Wait a minute! I want that job! You're going to pay me to fly all over the country to visit bars and concerts to find you a significant other.
Yeah.
That would be the perfect job.
It really would.
That reminds me, I had a buddy 25 years ago that I worked with, and he was in the Navy out of high school. And his job was he was on the aircraft carrier, and they would fly him by helicopter 2 weeks before the aircraft carrier was going to dock. They would fly him to whatever city they were docking in. He spent government money to go to bars and restaurants that soldiers and Americans were welcome at. He'd be there a week. He'd fly back because he was the DJ on the ship radio. So then he would then report to the sailors on the ship where you could go hang out, where the cool places were in town.
So he was doing recon on bars?
Yes.
In the areas they were coming to?
Yes, bars and venues and places they could go. That sounds like the ultimate job. Let's see. For your $1 million, you're also going to get a matchmaker. They'll help you make sure you're paired with the right person and plan out your dates in minute detail. So all the legwork is done. Do you really want to date a guy that can't plan his own date? Like, don't you want someone who can think on their own?
Do you remember that millionaire matchmaker on TV, Patty Stanger?
I mean, I know the name of the show. I never watched it.
Okay, well, I did watch it because whatever. But she was so mean. Like, she was really mean to people when she was trying to find them, like, dates and follow up on dates and all that. It's like some people really need their cages rattled in order to get their crap together enough to be suitable to be dated.
Right.
To be suitable dating material.
Yep.
And she really, really wrangled them into shape.
Let's see. Third, you will also get a dating coach. They'll work with you and your dates on things like...
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Clothing, hair, dating etiquette, things like that. Again.
Okay, no offense to anyone, but I do feel like this is like something that they're trying to make a thing, like a life coach. Like I want to be your dating coach. I want to be a life coach. They're not real jobs. You should be able to do these things on your own.
Here's my other question, though. If you don't know how to dress yourself, do your hair, how to act on a date, if you don't know how to plan a date and have the wherewithal to at least think about, what can we do? What kind of dumbass are you that you have $1 million? What are you doing that you have $1 million, that you're good at getting $1 million, but you can't?
Yeah, you've focused on your career way too much, maybe?
Yes.
Here's the thing, is that all of us have to learn those skills the hard way. We go embarrass ourselves for years on dates, and then you learn how to date people that way. So do it the way the rest of us do.
You would think.
It's trial and error, and it's mostly error.
Now, here's the thing. If you do find someone, they find you a match, and it does work out, and you get engaged less than 6 months after the program ends, then they give you a 3-carat diamond ring. Okay. So you're getting a little bit of your money back.
Oh, okay. So you're just like pre-buying an engagement ring, I guess?
Kind of. Yeah. So you can find that a 3-day rule if you want to check that out. Also, in not so breaking news, if you have a teenager, parents, listen up. Good luck, but they now say teenagers should never, ever have caffeine.
That was always a thing when I was growing up. I was not allowed to drink coffee because it would stunt my growth. That was just beat into my brain.
I definitely sipped on my mom's coffee, and coffee shops were the cool hangout, like about my senior years when coffee shops really blew up.
Right.
So we had a coffee shop you go sit at, and all the, kids would sit around. But according to new health guidelines, but here's the thing, I think it's really become a problem because of energy drinks and things like that. We have a 16-year-old in the house that we have to, no. You can have one, like, once a week. You're not going to sit here and have 2 Red Bulls or 2 Monsters a day. Just not going to happen.
Caffeine and sugar.
The one you know of.
Yes,
that he
absolutely.
Does once a week. Okay.
These new health guidelines say that teenagers starting at 5, ever have caffeine. They should also limit their intake of 100% juices and flavored milks, obviously due to sugar-sweetened beverages. They should stick to water or plain milk. Again, good luck with this if you're a parent of a teenager. 1, you can't keep an eye on them all the time.
Yeah.
2, there's no way they're going to live off of water and plain milk.
Listen, half our weight is microplastics, so, right. I mean, I don't think an energy drink's going to kill you, but it might, I guess.
Yep. They say it can cause sleep issues, high blood pressure, anxiety, plus caffeine withdrawals can become an issue early in age, so you start getting headaches.
Yeah, you don't need your teenager in a worse mood when he or she's waking up.
Right, absolutely. Of course, it's a stimulant, so pediatricians say it can impact the younger body, growing up to be an adult. But they say, coffee culture has become a big thing now.
Yeah.
So you got to, you watch out for them going through Starbucks and getting all their flavored. I mean, because that's the other problem, too, is if they're drinking black coffee, okay, that's one thing. But they're not. They're drinking the super frat caramel double shot vanilla suckety suck, whatever it is. I don't know.
Calories.
Right, exactly.
Dude, I drove by Starbucks at 9 a.m. yesterday at Mill Run, and every parking spot was filled, and there were probably at least 20 cars in the drive-thru. Yeah. I'm like, man, that is crazy.
Yeah. Absolutely, 100%. Other things they say you should watch out for, obviously, with caffeine. They talk about the sugary drinks and the caffeine drinks you get through going through Starbucks. But you've got other things, too. Like you said, the charged drinks, the Monsters, things like that. Even chocolate bars or some protein bars. You got to watch out for that extra caffeine. And the energy-boosting gum as well. So, again, if you're a parent, good luck keeping them away from caffeine. But there you go. That is your not-so-breaking news. 99.7 The Blitz. It's the Morning Blitz. Goose, Kelly, Thick, Rick, good morning. Welcome to your Monday. High of 60 today.
Yes.
I'm all about it. I'm ready for golf weather. I'm here. I know I got a while.
Do you golf?
Oh. Much as
no,
possible.
Kelly, but he is ready for golf weather.
Absolutely.
Sounds like he golfs the way I fish.
Yes, that is 100% true.
We have beautiful golf courses in the area. You'll be happy to know.
I have heard, and I'm very excited to check them out for sure. Yes, it is. It's my first day. Newest member of the Morning Blitz. Thank you so much. Had a blast when I came to visit a few weeks ago. I said, can I please come back? And they said yes. So here we go.
Making the Morning Blitz great again. I love it.
I'm surely hoping so. We started the show this morning, and I asked how your weekends went. And I said I wanted to wait a little bit before I shared how my weekend was. And I want to get into it now because Thick about ruined one of the happiest moments of my life.
I mean, already this is happening. I can't believe it. Even before your first day of work, he almost ruined one of the greatest days of your life.
Yes.
Maybe the greatest day of your life.
Because this has been obviously in the works for a little bit, having come to visit you guys and talking to the bosses. Is this a good fit? Obviously, once we all hung out the couple weeks ago, we found out, there's a great fit. We had a great time together.
Yeah.
This is going to be a ton of fun moving forward. And so then they, offered me the job, and I start the process of preparing for the move, getting ready to come down here. And I have got my girlfriend Nora and her two boys, my stepsons, and sharing with them that we're going to move. It's a process. You're moving a family. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And Nora and I have been together for 2.5 years, and she absolutely is the love of my life. And I knew at some point I was going to propose. It was a given. And so as this move was getting closer, I knew about a month ago, I said, I'm not going to be away from Nora without proposing to her.
Lock that down, baby.
They're not leaving until the school year's over. The boys are going to finish school up in Detroit, and then they'll move. They'll move down here like the first week of June or whatever. So I had a whole plan on Saturday that I was going to propose, and so I planned out a day date where we went to a couple of our favorite locations. We started at our favorite hole-in-the-wall bar where we get our chicken wings, and we hung out. And as the server brought our drink, I had written some little notes. And so the bartender brought the note and gave it to Nora. And it said, remember all the fun we've had at this location and with this? And I brought up some memories from this location. We had our drink and we left, and we went to the next location, which was a city called Ferndale, which is a really cool kind of hip town. It's like 3 blocks long. They've got bars and restaurants, and we've spent a lot of time hanging out there. So went to our little favorite location. Bartender brought a drink, brought another note, had some stories from there. And then I took her to the restaurant where we met, the exact table where we met, and that's where I popped the question. So I got engaged on Saturday.
That's so awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Now, here's the deal. I didn't tell anybody. The only people that knew that I was getting engaged were her father, because I went on Thursday and I asked his permission.
Good man.
And then on Friday night, before we went to bed, I asked the boys' permission.
Oh, my gosh.
If it was
that's so nice.
Okay to propose. And the 16-year-old's response was, it's about time. I was going to text you and ask you when this was going to happen. I kid you not. So the proposal happens. She says yes. Everything is great. First person we called. This is 2 minutes after I propose. We hug, we kiss, everything's great. We call Nora's best friend on FaceTime. She's all yelling and screaming. We hang up the phone. This is now 4 minutes after I proposed. I call my best friend. He's all excited. Phone call lasts about a minute. This is not even 5 minutes after I propose. Ring, ring. Oh, Thick's calling. Thick was the third person to know in the entire world that I got engaged.
Wow.
Now, here's the deal. Obviously, when we're getting ready for the show, there's a lot of work to be done.
Yes.
Prepping for a new morning show. So
I had no idea this was going on.
No, not at all. We've been in contact all week, though. We needed to get this ready. We need to do this. We're going to do this. So I've been on top of the phone. I've been on top of the email with Thick.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
And he just so happened to call. 5 minutes after I proposed.
It was actually like good timing. It could have been way worse.
Well,
It could have been mid-question.
He answers. I said, "Hey, what's going on?" He goes, "What's up?" And I said, "Is this a bad time?" And he goes, "Well, let me ask you if it's a bad time. I just proposed to Nora 7 minutes ago." And I go, "Why did you answer the phone?"
I am dedicated to my work. It's like we had stuff to do. I had to pick up the phone.
But then I proceeded to start talking to him for like 2 minutes. And then I'm going, why am I talking to him? I said, just go. Congrats. Have fun.
So you're like, congratulations. Anyway, on Monday morning.
That's exactly what he did. That's exactly. He goes, wait, no, I'm sorry. All right, yeah, no, we'll go. Real quick, about the show open. Can we do this and this and this?
Is that me or what?
Well, let me tell you. On my drive down here yesterday, I was very thankful because that last hour of the drive, if you're coming from Detroit, you come down 75, and then you kind of cut across 63 there, and then it's the drive slows down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so Thick called on like my last half an hour as I'm kind of like I'm over this drive. And entertained me for the final 30 minutes.
Very nice.
Every time I tried to hang up, I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm getting close to that." So, yeah, did you hear about that? Let me tell you, Thick can keep a conversation going.
Yes, he can.
I talk a lot.
That is something I absolutely learned and love.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
Authorities continue to search for a Zanesville man who escaped from the Muskingum County Jail Saturday evening. Officers say 37-year-old Wayne Pletcher escaped just after 5 p.m. They say a female picked him up just outside the jail. Pletcher is described as 5'8", 240 pounds, with the name Victoria tattooed on the right side of his neck. So you know he's still not with Victoria, because every time you tattoo someone's name on your body, that is a Splitsville right there, right? A full sleeve of tattoos on both arms. Pletcher was being held on several felony charges. Well, I don't know what's up with plane crashes and issues right now, but it does seem like a lot. As for the crash, the passenger plane and the Black Hawk helicopter into the Potomac last week, they say they are confident they will recover all 67 bodies. 55 have been positively identified, and they say they will haul the fuselage out of the water today to get to the others. In Philly on Friday, a small medical transport jet crashed, killing 7 people. The Learjet was carrying a child and her mother along with 4 others. It was in the air for less than a minute after takeoff before coming down in a fiery crash. Investigators have located the engines and cockpit voice recorder. Then, yesterday, passengers on a United Airlines flight from Houston to New York were evacuated. This was basically right before the plane left the ground, so they were like hauling it down the runway. An engine fire broke out. So people got video of it. There's like smoke, fire, all that. So they stopped the plane. They deployed the evacuation slide, which I am very jealous of, by the way, because I want to go down one of those evacuation slides.
I think everyone wants to go down an evacuation slide at some point. Yeah.
Just for the fun of it. Yeah. But anyway, thank God nobody was injured there. Everybody got out. But anyway, wow. Wouldn't you think twice if you're going to take a plane right now?
I am not a conspiracy theorist at all.
Yeah.
This is weird.
It's weird.
This is weird.
Yeah. It's weird. Kanye West surprised everyone when he showed up at the Grammys last night for the first time in a decade and brought his naked wife with him. Bianca Censori walked in with a long black fur coat, but then dropped it and revealed everything. She had on a completely sheer dress with 0 undergarments.
No.
In fact, they couldn't even show it. Like every picture I've seen, because I've looked, trust me, it's all blurred out. Like you can't see boob, you can't see anything, right? But you couldn't really even see the dress, like where it began and ended. That's how sheer this thing was. She was wearing clear heels, no jewelry, because you don't want to detract from the, boobs and the whatever. But anyway, some people...
Why would you think that's okay?
Because that's just what they do. I mean, she really is naked a lot, I think. That this is the most naked that she's been.
Don't take no photos!
Yeah. I don't know what their deal is, but it is very strange. Like, I would rather hang out with a magician than hang out with these guys.
I mean, you could have, because her magic bag was just out everywhere.
Out everywhere. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, some say they were escorted out of the event by police.
I would have loved to have seen her go, oh, hey, look, a dove.
Yeah, I would have watched that for sure. Maybe I do want to hang out with them. But anyway, some say they were escorted out by police. Others were like, no, they left on their own. So who knows what happened at the end there. But
you want to see a magic trick? Watch Kanye's hand disappear.
Ew. Gross. All right, those are your three things.
99.7 The Blitz. It's the Morning Blitz. Goose, Kelly, Thick, Rick, good morning. We've got tickets for Sebastian Maniscalco, who's going to be at the Schottenstein Center coming up this Saturday. Should be a really good show.
Oh, he's so funny.
I do like him.
Yeah.
He's one of those comedians that found his lane. He's got his bit, the exaggerated voice, the exaggerated body movement.
Right.
But it works for him.
Yeah.
I do like it. So here's the deal. This ticket giveaway may completely go awry because I am of the belief it is better to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Uh-oh, what are we doing?
So we're going to play a new game.
Okay.
We're going to play a new game called Who's Doing What? And this is how the game works. Kelly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I have written down a famous person doing something. Your job is to imitate the person doing what they're doing.
Okay.
And then if you know the answer, 800-821-9970.
Okay, no sex stuff. I'm not imitating any sex stuff, okay? Okay, thanks.
I promise you it is not.
It is so far from sex, Kelly.
I am handing Kelly a piece of paper, and on the piece of paper is a famous person doing something.
Okay.
She has to imitate. Now, you can't say what they're doing. You have to pretend like you're the person doing it.
And you're that person.
You're that person.
Oh my gosh. I'm not like a huge fan of this series, so I'll do my best.
You have to imitate the person doing something. So a little improvisational.
Okay. I can't say any words, though?
No, you can say words.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you have to. You got to imitate that.
Yeah.
You just can't blatantly say what they're doing. You have to act like you're doing it. And if you know who's doing what, you have to call up 800-821-9970 with who Kelly is impersonating and what they are doing. First person to call in and get the answer right is going to win a pair of tickets for Sebastian Maniscalco this Saturday at the Schottenstein Center. Kelly, please.
Okay.
Who's doing what?
All right. Here we go. Like the stout I do. Is that good enough?
No, keep going. Come on.
Wait. Okay. Pilsner this is?
Little more in the voice. Give me a little more in the voice.
All right. I don't know how to do it.
You do. You're doing great.
800-821-9970. Give us a call. Who's doing what? Tell us who it is and what they're doing.
Okay.
You want a pair of tickets?
Oh, bitter this is. Okay, this is just sprung on me. I did not have any prep time. I had no prep time on this.
No, that's amazing. Let's see if we can get a winner. The Blitz. Good morning. Who's this?
Who it is?
Turn your radio down for me. Who's this?
It's Heather.
Hi, Heather. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. A pair of tickets for Sebastian Maniscalco up for grabs this Saturday. Who's doing what? Who is it, and what are they doing?
Kelly is being...
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
Yoda, and she is sipping beer.
Yoda trying a flight of different beers. Absolutely.
Kelly, I was impressed. That was great.
Okay, good.
That was good. Heather, congratulations. Yeah, we're going to get you hooked up with a pair of tickets. You'll see Sebastian Maniscalco this Saturday at the Schottenstein Center. Congratulations. And if you want to pick up your tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Heather, you hang on 1 second. That was good, Kelly. I was impressed.
You know how I got a guy for everything? My suit guy, my shoe guy, my ticket guy, my club guy. And if I don't have a guy for something, then I have a guy to get me a guy.
That's right. You got to have a guy. You know, I drove down here yesterday for the big move and started the show this morning asking if anyone had like a car guy, because I got a little shimmy in my steering wheel.
Yes.
A balance. Maybe I need new tires or alignment. So, but it brought up the thought, what can you get us? Like, you got a guy. Yeah. Because I got a guy. If you're a theater fan, you want to see a show pretty much anywhere, Broadway.
Oh, look at you.
The Schottenstein Center. If a Broadway show is coming.
No kidding. You got a guy.
I got a guy.
Wow.
I can get tickets.
You got Kelly's attention.
For pretty much any show.
You do have my attention.
So my question is, 1-800-821-9970. Of course, you can text us, 99700. Who's your guy? What can you get us? Kelly, do you got a guy?
I mean, I have a girl, and she is an expert thrift shopper. Like, if you're looking for something, like I told her what I was looking for in terms of a shoe, this particular Adidas shoe that I wanted. She's like, oh, I can find you one of those. I can find you a pair of those shoes tomorrow. I can find them.
Okay.
She knows where to go to find the best stuff in terms of thrifting. And, yes, she's got an eBay shop. She's like a reseller, so she knows what she's doing. So I've got a girl. You need a particular piece of clothing, she can tell you exactly where to get it or get it for you.
I like that.
Yes.
Vic, you got a guy?
I got a guy. So, you know, if you have a boat, if you're a bass fisherman, you got a boat, and you need work done on your motor, whatever, mechanical stuff, that you obviously go to a marine, boat dealer for that. But the electronics, the trolling motor, the power poles on the back, all that stuff, the extra features that you want on your boat to make you an amazing fisherman, I got a guy.
Okay.
I got a guy.
800-821-9970 or text us 99700. Mike says, I got a guy who gets you authentic premium moonshine.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, no.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I think one time I had like authentic moonshine. I've had like the apple cinnamon or apple pie, the jarred stuff, the cherry flavored moonshine. I can't remember the last time that I've had like authentic moonshine.
So my next door neighbor gets it. He's got a place down in Scioto County, and it comes from Kentucky. It's like 5th generation. It's amazing moonshine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keith's got a guy. He says, I have a knife guy.
Oh,
a knife guy. All right.
Let's see. He works, on knives. He can get me releases before they're available to the public. He can get you hooked up. Okay. Jeff says, I got a gun guy. Works on them from scratch. Can build you a pistol, a shotgun, or a rifle. Like from the beginning. Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Dustin said real Ohio maple syrup. I'm the guy. I do it in my backyard.
Okay. We want to know. 800-821-9970 or text us 99700. I got a guy. Who do you got? Let's see.
Lisa says she's got a gal who specializes in micro tattoos in Worthington.
What are micro tattoos?
Just the tiny. Have you seen what the kids are doing these days? They're like little tiny tattoos, like not a theme, not anything, but like my nieces, they all love these micro tattoos that they get on their arms.
What's the point of a micro tattoo?
If
I get I mean, I've got tattoos. I got a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
I want them seen.
Well, I mean, you can see them. They're just smaller, and they're just individualized. Like, oh, I want this little smiley face. I'll get that done, and then maybe I'll decide I want this little tree I drew. Something like that.
Okay.
I think that's what she's referring to.
Chris says, I got a guy that can get you a new identity and a passport.
Okay.
I love that.
Serena, she says, we got a guy for just about anything. What you looking for? Got a weed guy? Oh, damn it. Got a weed guy. Got a car guy who just did our breaks this weekend. A handyman, a web guy, a tattoo guy. The list goes on.
Got the hookup.
Serena's a good person to know.
Love it. All right, 800-821-9970. Give us a call, or, of course, you can shoot us a text, 99700. We want to know, what can you get us? You got the hookup. You got a guy. What can you get us? We want to hear about it. And it's the Morning Blitz. Goose, Kelly, Thick, Rick. We were talking about, I got a guy. because I was talking about driving down here and my car's got a little shimmy in the steering wheel. So I was asking earlier this morning if anyone had a car guy because I just got to get a quick look at him. I need new tires or something. But it brought up the conversation. I got a guy because I got a theater guy. You need some Broadway tickets? You need to see a show somewhere? Broadway in Columbus, I know is a big deal.
That is a huge hookup, by the way.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah.
It is pretty nice. So, Kelly, you have a shoe girl.
I have a gal who can find me anything I'm looking for, and especially like in the good secondhand or resale or consignment shop. She knows every single shop within a 50-mile radius and can find you anything you are looking for. Yes.
And Thick, you got a boat accessory, a bass boat accessory guy.
Yeah, a couple of weed guys. Probably about 100 they're texting in all morning.
You are a weed guy.
Well, I don't deal it.
Who doesn't have a weed
You
guy?
give it out for free, though.
Yes.
800-821-9970 or shoot us a text at 99700. The text rolling in. I love this. I got a guy who makes dentures in his garage.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
I don't know if I'm taking black market dentures.
Well,
I don't know if that's happening.
How about a black market prostate exam? Because Chaz says I got a guy who checks prostates for free.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay.
I'll take a pass on that.
By the way, Nikki Newland said, I just tuned in. Who's this guy?
Oh.
We got a guy, Nikki. Kelly and I got a new guy.
We got a guy.
My name's Goose. I joined the Morning Blitz. Hi, how you doing? Let's see. Oh, I got a rat guy. Oh, man. Brad said he breeds snakes, so he needs rats to feed the snakes.
Oh.
So I got a rat guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't just go to the pet store?
Right.
That's what I always did to feed my snake.
Aren't feeder mice like a thing?
Yeah,
Isn't
absolutely.
That,
yeah.
Let's see. Tattoo guy. Okay. Have you ever seen like a snake feeding?
I used to have a python that I used to feed live mice to.
Really?
Yes. My wife didn't like it, and I had to choose between her and the python.
Oh.
How big was the python?
I was a ball python, so it was about 4 feet.
Are you happy?
It wasn't the great big
Are you
one.
happy with your choice, though?
Yes, I'm very happy
good.
with my choice.
I think you made the right choice.
I like the snake, but yeah, she's much more of a keeper.
Your wife chose one python over the other?
Yeah, basically.
Wow, Kelly, that was the biggest side eye I've ever seen. Let's see. I got a guy who takes care of things. He's got a Lincoln Town car with a huge trunk.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
He takes care of things. I got it. All right. 800-821-9970 or 99700.
This person said his name's David. He said, I'm an overnight grocery store employee. I used to be the guy during COVID. Need a bag of flour, toilet paper, cleaning supplies? I had your back.
That would be the hookup.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Like if someone were to, if it was one of those instances where you're seeing, again, where the toilet paper flies off the shelf or whatever, let's say we got the blizzard rolling through and everyone's prepping for the blizzard.
Yeah, you're stocking overnight.
You go overnight. Was he black market?
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Market dealing like out the back door.
I think he was just helping out friends and family, but
nothing wrong with that. I like this one. Brian says, I got a vinyl guy.
A vinyl guy. That's interesting.
That's a good hookup.
Yes.
If you got a vinyl guy, especially if you're, into the vinyl and you're looking for those rarities, it's nice to have a vinyl guy.
I feel like it was a better hookup in the 70s, but still a hookup. I'm not saying it's
I don't
not.
know. Vinyl has made a huge comeback in the past dozen years or so. I mean, I've got some vinyl. I don't have a huge collection, but
I don't either. I threw out all my vinyl in like the 80s during a move. Or the 90s when the CDs were coming out. I just pitched all my vinyl. Am I dumb?
Yes. Yeah. I got
about 300.
Okay, I only got about 50.
Yeah. I had another 100 I lost in the flood.
Here's my only problem with vinyl is that if you're listening to a playlist on Alexa or your phone, you create a playlist or Spotify or whatever, it just goes and it goes. Vinyl, you get like 4 songs, and then you got to flip it over.
Well, that's
and you can't move around. Like you got to stay in the room where it's playing.
For the most part, yeah.
Oh, we are so spoiled. My God.
I don't walk around
to listen to my music. I do have a nice little setup for my speakers where my vinyl is hooked up. That it's fairly loud in not a huge house, so you can kind of hear it all over the place. But I do believe that crackle of the vinyl is the best way to listen to music.
I love it. Colt says Colt has a Viagra guy hooks him up for $5 a piece.
I don't know. I'm not trusting just like a Ziploc baggie full of blue pills. It's not happening. And not only that, but like if you go to like Hims or whatever now, you can get it fairly
Hims?
cheap.
Yeah.
They've got the cheap Viagra now. Manuel, I got a mafia guy. You got a mafia guy?
Well, that sounds like Olin. Olin said half of my family's Italian, so I got a guy for just to buy anything.
Wow.
What? Wait, what was that accent?
I don't know.
That was not good.
It wasn't. That's a spicy meatball.
I got the guy for just about anything.
All
right, Mario.
Oh, Luna says I got a tech guy. That's good to have.
Yeah, I got one of those. He's my son.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can he
he's
fix
a
some
computer
things?
science engineer. Yeah, he's amazing.
Well, in that case,
yeah,
he can build the things and fix the things.
He can do a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. There was one that bounced out. Oh, a semi trailer repair guy.
That's a good
dumpster
one.
guy.
That's a good one.
Okay.
You don't know. I mean, when you need that, who do you call? Like, I don't know. Who's the guy for that?
We got another mafia guy. What is up with your mafia hookups, people?
Youngstown's not that far away.
Is that where they go?
That was like, so Youngstown was the halfway point between Chicago and New York City.
Right.
So that was a halfway point. And so anything traveling always stopped in Youngstown. And now there's tons of family.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
You ever hear of Cleveland? That's another big one.
It's not far from Youngstown.
Yeah. You better be careful talking about the mob. But we got 3 people with hookups now, so we can get out of any kind of trouble.
Yeah. I think we're protected. I think we're protected now, right?
I think so, too.
Yeah. John says, I got a Bobcat guy. What? How do you have a Bobcat guy?
Wait a minute. Are we talking about the animal or the construction vehicle?
Right. Oh, that kind of
I don't know. Which one's he talking about?
That would make sense.
You got a backhoe guy or a cat guy.
Right. But the backhoe would make sense.
Yeah.
Not the live animal, for sure. Let's see. A snake. Okay, Jeremy's got a snake guy. He breeds boa constrictors. I give you credit for having a python in the house, Thick, because I'm not, there's no way. Boa constrictors, pythons.
Well, I mean, a python's not going to hurt you. A 4-foot python's not going to hurt you. What's
the thing is, there's literally nothing appealing about owning a snake. I cannot think of a single appealing thing about snake ownership. It's really creepy. Now, that's just my opinion. I love Thick Rick, and he isn't creepy to me, so I realize that my opinion, or, my idea of it is off.
No,
that's how it feels.
No, I'm completely in agreement with you, Kelly, for sure.
Oh, no snakes. That's a deal breaker for me. No snakes.
Like a pet that just sits there, wrapped in a corner, under the heat lamp.
It hisses.
Dude, he hung around my neck and walked around with me all over the house.
Okay, you are like one step. You're a half step below a magician in my mind right
now. Magician, snake around the neck guy.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
Oh, he would. I mean, he'd sit there and look around, and like you'd see him sitting there peeking up over my shoulder.
I have a picture on my phone. That happened at a Walmart, at the Walmart customer service desk. The person in front of us had their snake sitting on their neck.
Really?
And I was like, yep.
I never took him to the store.
That makes sense. Walmart.
In Walmart, it does, doesn't it?
Yep. We got a text says, my roommate's a moving guy. I may need to speak to you coming up because in June, moving the family down and got to pack up the house and get over here. So I may need to
that's going to be a big job
guy
for a moving guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a large house, but I mean, it's. Here's the thing. It is a 3-bedroom house. It's like a ranch with a basement. So, yes, there's stuff. I also was actually just having this conversation with Nora that it's like, we're going to have a lot of boxes. There's just stuff that needs to be boxed up. So getting from here to there is going to be a big deal. But here's the problem. I am now of the age where it's not like you call up the friends, I got pizza and beer, help me load up the truck. It's not happening anymore.
Yeah. You need to move.
So I got to shell out the dollars, even though it's fairly expensive. Got to shell out the dollars to get the move on. Yeah. So I may come into that. So I love it. If you've got a guy, 800-821-9970. You can also, of course, shoot us a text 99700.
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
You probably saw the video last week out of Whitehall. Someone improperly discarded an oxygen tank and it exploded inside a garbage truck. You can see the worker barely escaping injury.
That video is crazy.
It's wild. Whitehall police say the explosion was so loud that it set off the city's gunshot notification system. That's how loud that explosion was. So anyway, so that happens on Wednesday. Friday, just north of Detroit, inside a medical facility, a hyperbaric oxygen chamber exploded, killing a 5-year-old patient inside.
That's so sad and so unbelievable and so Final Destination-ish.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's
it's
crazy.
Just awful. I guess this child's mother was next to the machine as well, and she was injured. She has injuries to her arms. But they weren't saying what the child was being treated in the hyperbaric oxygen chamber for, but they did say that a fire started inside the chamber and obviously lit the oxygen, and that was it. But what a freakish, horrifying situation there. Egg prices continue to rise as supply dwindles thanks to bird flu. The average cost for a dozen eggs in the U.S. has risen 50% in the last year. A standard carton costs $5.29 compared to just over $3.50 for a dozen eggs a year ago.
That's a bummer because I'm a huge egg fan.
Are you? How do you like your eggs?
Oh, all kinds
always,
of ways.
Anyway?
It's interesting. I'm very peculiar in my eggs because if I have sausage, I want scrambled eggs. I don't like runny eggs with sausage. If I have bacon, I can have scrambled or over easy.
Oh.
If I have house potato or breakfast potatoes, chunks, I want scrambled eggs.
Okay.
If I have hash browns, I got the hashy bees, then I can do the runny eggs, but I can also do scramble with my hash browns.
Okay, so you have OCD is what you're saying?
I have a touch of autism.
Gotcha.
All right.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
So let me ask you this. All right. So you got biscuits, you got some hash browns or home fries, either way. All right. And sausage gravy.
Scrambled eggs. Can't do runny eggs with the gravy.
Oh.
That's too much. That's too much runny.
Now,
you're missing out. You're missing out.
No.
Do the food rules spill over into other foods? Like you have rules for your eggs, but would you say
that's about the most particular?
Okay.
I can tell you this. I'm a double biter. If I have like a cheeseburger, I got to shove some fries in my mouth.
I am too.
If I have a sandwich
at the same time.
Oh, this would have been
great
for
sandwich,
normal or no.
I have to eat some chips with it.
Yes, I'm same way.
Yeah. I have to double bite.
Him. I like him, Kelly.
I can say
if I have my steak, I gotta take a little dollop of mashed potatoes to eat with my steak.
Why don't you just mix it all around on your plate?
That's
no?
weird. That's weird.
That's weird.
That's weird.
That's weird. Don't do that.
That's funny because I'm that way, but my wife is a one course at a time person. You know, she's going to eat all the vegetable, and then she's going to eat all the meat, and then she's going to eat all the potato. Where I'm going all around and mixing sometimes. You know.
So I'm the only normal one in the room. Then
well, what is normal?
Well, I'll eat a bite of this, and then I'll take a bite of the other thing, and then maybe I'll take a bite of the third thing.
I'm that way. It depends. I mean, I don't always mix it all together.
Yeah. Okay. Do you do it like When you stick a bite of hamburger and do you just kind of like mush it around in there first in your mouth? It's kind of like a mouthwash type sitch where you're going like you're mixing it together.
No! What?
I'm trying to. Okay.
No, you just take a bite of hamburger.
You grab a couple fries.
You probably bit a couple
chew or two,
times, and then you
shove some
fry.
fries in your mouth.
All right.
Potato chip behind the sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
Carrie says you guys are animals, and
Yes, we are. We are actually part of the animal kingdom. Yes, you are right.
Charlie Dixon, executive vice president at Fox Sports, has been accused of sexual assault for the second time. In a new lawsuit, former FS1 host Julie Stewart-Binks, who worked at the network from 2013 to 2016, says that in January 2016, Dixon invited her out to a hotel bar to discuss her upcoming Super Bowl assignment. While there, she says Dixon basically said, hey, you're not hot enough to be a hot girl on TV. I don't know if you know that. And he said the only way that someone would watch you is if you got up on top of this bar right now and took your top off.
What?
Hey.
Why don't you take your top off, eh? So, anyway, she claims that he then invited her up to his hotel room. She felt like she had to say yes. She didn't have an option to turn him down. So she went up there. He pushes her against the wall. These are her claims. Pinned her arms down, pressed up against her, and tried to force his tongue in her mouth. And when that didn't work, she kept her mouth shut tight. He just licked her closed mouth.
Oh! What?
So she was able to get away. She told two colleagues, but never went to HR until they decided they weren't going to renew her contract. So then she went to HR. Last month, a former hairstylist for Fox Sports filed her own lawsuit. She accused both Dixon and former Fox Sports host Skip Bayless of sexual harassment and or assault. And those are your three things.
Hey, if you're doing some traveling, get ready to wait in line at the TSA, of course, something we've all gotten used to. However, they have found there are certain things you can do that will bring yourself a little extra attention. Things that might get you flagged by TSA. Things that might have them say, can you step over here, please? And they have to do the full pat down, the full search.
Yeah.
So there are certain things you want to avoid doing while in line. Arguing or being aggressive. That's a given.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Surefire way to get some extra attention. They're going to search. They may search you just to punish you for being a jerk. Which
I would do that.
Totally
if I was a
makes sense.
TSA agent and I saw someone I thought was being a real jerk, you're getting pulled to the side
Yeah.
for sure. I don't even care if everything visually looks great. I'm pulling you over.
We're all here. We're all in line. We're all annoyed. We get it. There's no reason to be a jerk. This is interesting. Using too much cologne or perfume. They might think you're trying to hide the smell of something else.
Yeah.
So if you're wearing a bit too much, it's a good chance you might get pulled aside. Let's see. Being extra chatty with them. They can think that you're trying to distract them. You're being a little too over-friendly.
Trying to act casual.
Trying to act casual.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to get myself in trouble. I'm going to have a conversation with them.
Not making eye contact. Typical sign of being nervous. You're trying to hide something.
Yeah.
So if you're being super avoidant.
Like, don't call on me, teacher.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's a chance you might get flagged by the TSA. Here's one you may not have thought about. If you've ever been to the airport early in the morning, you got that 6 a.m. flight, so you got to get there at 4:30 or whatever. Yawning a lot because people are stressed when they're trying to hide something. When you're stressed, maybe your elevated heart rate, you need a little bit more oxygen. Yawning is a way to get extra oxygen.
That's how you tell when dogs are stressed. They yawn a lot.
I did
That
not know
happens with a dog, yeah.
So be mindful of your yawning.
That's not really very fair when it's 4:30 in the morning. If I'm yawning, it's not because I'm stressed. It's because I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah. And then finally being dressed for the wrong weather. Having too many layers on in the summer.
Well, yeah.
Trying to hide something that makes sense. I do remember one time we were flying to Vegas and we put the ye old edibles in the Ziploc baggies with the regular snacks. Just in the backpack.
Yeah.
Because you can take snacks with you on the backpack.
Yeah.
But the problem was, we also had a gummy before we got out of the car. So by the time we were in line for TSA, it had already kicked in. And so I'm dead. I'm like, they know. And I'm just staring. I was staring down this TSA agent.
Yeah.
And then I did the look back a couple times. They're looking at me. They know.
I feel like pulling you over right now, just reenacting it.
Thankfully, everything worked out. Now, here's the deal. This is the other thing you got to watch out for. is the TSA agent that comes back from lunch. There is no person on the planet who is more power hungry than the TSA agent who comes back for lunch.
Is that right?
Oh my God!
Their blood sugar settled down. They're like ready to go.
They come back and it's like they don't think anyone's ever been to the airport or in line for the TSA before, because they come back. All right, everybody, this is what we need you to do. We need to take your laptops out of your bag. You're going to use a different tray for every single item you've got. You're going to take your shoes off. If you got a coat, you're going to put it on the tray. You are not going to leave it in a tray. They go off like no one's ever been before. So watch those TSA agents coming back from lunch, because there's a good chance they may pull you aside as well.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, here we go. Your not so breaking news. First story is a WTF. What the Florida?
Hey.
Woman by the name of Catalavia Turner got into a verbal altercation with a 30-year-old female worker. They exchanged some remarks before Catalina, the 22-year-old stripper, decided to grab a banana and physically attack the other one.
Whoa.
Why is that going to be your weapon of choice?
Well, I mean, is it the only thing on there? You got to grab what's available, man. If it's just a banana.
I guess if you're going for what's available.
It's just like beating her with the banana.
Yeah.
I bet that
she's a
hurt,
stripper,
actually. I mean, how ripe was the banana?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Because if it's fresh off the tree,
if that bad boy's green, you're doing some damage.
then you might do some damage. if it's got the spots, then it just might mush.
Yeah,
Are you more green or more spots?
I do not do any spots. No spots. I need it to be yellow to where it's not tough to peel. It doesn't leave any of the peel behind. That's way too not ripe. But it needs to peel, but it can't have any brown spots on it.
Really? I need the spots.
Yeah. I just need it to not take... I mean, when you're talking about a banana that's not ripe, there is a flavor attached to that.
100%.
And there's also a way you peel it, you can tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It leaves peel behind.
Yeah.
Yep.
It only peels like half the peel off, and it also is like really like...
Yeah,
it's
gross.
almost like dry in your mouth.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It gets sweeter.
Yeah.
Right.
As it ripens and you get the
I
spots.
can't do the bruises, though.
I know.
I don't want bruises.
I know people that want banana pudding when they peel. Just turn the rim upside down.
That is gross.
Oh my God, I thought Goose was going to blow chunks. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, it's still happening. It's still happening.
I need some coffee.
Oh, wait, you're going to make me do it.
Oh, no, this is not the movie Problem Child here.
Kelly, no!
Are you serious? This did not happen.
I started drooling.
That was like a peristaltic chain reaction. Oh!
Oh, man. Holy moly. She did end up with some scratches on her face from the banana.
Wow.
Moving along. Here's one for you. You know, if you're going to break in somewhere, well, first, don't. That's wrong. However...
But where, though, first?
Here's the thing. Someone in Atlanta broke into a mall. And you figure if you break into a mall, I can see that being a lot of fun. You've got room to roam. Could be a great game of like hide and go seek if we're with some friends.
It sounds like a blast. Plus, all the stores should have their own like gates down, so it's not like you can really steal anything. What are you going to steal? That giant chess set in the middle of the mall?
But here's the thing. I somewhat agree with this criminal because not only was the mall broken into, but the only store that had any damage. The store they were trying to get into, Cinnabon.
Well, I mean, you can't blame them.
Not at all. That's what I'm saying.
Obviously, they're high. I mean, that's what we're learning here. You need a little something.
When you need a little something, when you need a little something, you need a little something. There is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I am totally on board with this. If you're going to break into a mall, then Cinnabon. I'm trying to think of another store in the mall that I'm going to break into. Maybe
I guess Auntie Anne's pretzels. I mean, if you're wanting a little sweet and a little salty, you can do both.
If I'm breaking into a mall, I'm going for Dick's. I'm breaking into Dick's. that, okay, we're not saving that, Thick. Don't even go there.
File that right over here.
The Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase. I'm going right for the golf section, and I'm just taking everything out.
Oh.
So something at the store at the mall.
Okay, here's what I'm doing because I really want a cool Queen T-shirt. I think I'll break. Listen, not Spencer's. I think this is so lame. I'm breaking into Hot Topic because I need some good concert tees. They need to be good ones. They need to be fit well. And I'm not walking in broad daylight into a Hot Topic. I'm not doing it. So I'll do it overnight when I break in. I'll hit Hot Topic.
Vic, you're at the mall. You break in. Which store are you going for?
Well, Cabela's isn't in the mall, but neither is
Across
Dick's.
from the mall.
Dick's are at the mall.
Dick's is in
what
the
mall?
Polaris.
Yeah.
What?
It is attached right to the mall, baby.
Oh, I didn't know that. Every Dick's I've ever been to, it is not a mall.
No, there's a mall.
I mean, they do have the standalones, but they absolutely have
Dick's is
anchor
attached
stores.
at Polaris to the food court in the mall. It's right there.
Really?
Heck yes.
Okay. I did not know that.
Absolutely. That is your not so breaking news.
I'm tired of your goddamn rock and roll, anything goes lifestyle.
This is your Blitz Rock Rundown, the Monday morning edition.
Rock and roll! Welcome to the Morning Blitz. Goose, Kelly, Thick, Rick. Hi, Tess. How are you?
I'm great, Goose. How are you?
Good. A pleasure to meet you.
It's good to meet you, too.
Before we get to the Rock Rundown real quick, I don't know if anyone's ever noticed this before. There is something very specific, a certain cadence, a certain energy that is universal between two women that are talking about something that they love.
Dude.
And say, because she walks in, the first thing that you and Kelly do start talking about a TV show that you're both into, Severance. Because you're all caught up. And again,
finally, somebody is caught up and ready to talk about it.
It doesn't matter what the words are. It doesn't matter what the topic is. It's a very specific cadence and a very specific energy and a very specific back and forth.
Well, I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah,
two women always have.
And I'm over here going, hey, I haven't seen it yet. And Kelly's like, well, get the hell out of the studio so we can talk about it. I'm like, I had to put my headphones on and crank up the music.
Anyways, a lot to cover. The Blitz Rock Rundown. Tess, what do you got for us?
Let's start with Bad Flower. They took us to Detroit with their last single, and now they're heading overseas. Their new track, London, complete with a moody video of the band playing in an empty house surrounded by snow and a naked woman just hanging out inside.
Okay.
Check out the song.
I really want to go there with a food and taste blender, but they serve you so polite. I'm so lonely, and I don't want to go without you.
Who is this? Bad Flower.
I love it.
Take my money. You could have whatever you like.
That's a great follow-up to Detroit.
Yeah.
You have to watch the music video.
I like this.
You can see it at theblitz.com.
I'm in.
I love everything that Bad Flower puts out. Everything. Now, they haven't announced an official release date for their upcoming album. In a recent interview, Josh Katz, frontman, he said that it's still in progress, but they're focusing on making sure that it's quality before they finalize the release date. And you can catch them at Sonic Temple Sunday, May 11th.
All right, before we go on, Goose, could you, I swear I thought I accidentally hit a button. Could you do your imitation there again of the bong?
Oh, yeah.
And the cough? Okay, this is what I thought I hit.
I thought he was over here gagging again.
No.
I thought I hit that button on
that
accident.
was me doing it live.
That was fantastic. Okay, continue.
All right, let's talk about Dorothy. She's going to release her fourth album, The Way, on March 14th. The album has her 3 2024 singles, Mud, The Devil I Know, and I Come Alive, plus a new single with Slash. Ooh. It's called Tombstone Town. Dorothy was talking with Revolver about the albums, and she said she knew she wanted screaming double bass and really heavy guitars, but also added a little bit of southern rock. She's playing a few rock festivals this year, but none in Ohio so far, but you never know.
Man, you can just tell when it's Slash.
Yeah, always.
Very distinctive sound, for sure.
All right, let's go on to All That Remains. They just dropped their first album in 7 years on Friday, and their first without founding guitarist Ollie Herbert, who passed away in October of 2018. The album is called Anti-Fragile. Let's play a couple of the tracks, actually. This is the first single that they dropped before the album dropped. It's called Let You Go. All right, you want a ballad? Here's one. It's called No Tomorrow.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Oh, wait.
I was like, that's not a ballad.
That's how most of the song sounds.
This album's so heavy.
Yeah, this one. Let's go to the next one. It's called Divine. All That Remains playing at Sonic Temple Thursday, May 8th.
Yes, and they're going to go on 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm so happy. It's going to be great. I listened to this album a couple times over the weekend, and
I can't believe it's been 7 years since their last
I
album.
know.
I didn't think it was that long.
But I get no problem with the new guitar player at all.
Yeah.
And they've taken the drumming to the next level. I mean, it sounds so good.
All right, Saturday Night Live turning 50. And they're throwing a Valentine's Day concert at Radio City Music Hall to celebrate. And the lineup is all over the place. You got Eddie Vedder, Jack White, Devo.
Devo?
Well, I've been working in a coal mine, going downtown. Working in a coal mine, I can slip down.
I wish we had a camera in here.
I know, I really wanted that recorded.
Don't worry, I'll do it again sometime.
All right. David Byrne, Jelly Roll, Bonnie Raitt, the B-52s, Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, Backstreet Boys, Mumford & Sons. Because why not?
I mean, it makes sense. 50 years of musical guests on the show, you're gonna cover all the genres. So
Jimmy Fallon's hosting, and it's actually on Valentine's Day, so a week from tomorrow. You can stream it on Peacock, and you can catch it in IMAX theaters.
Now, this Sunday is the actual TV special, the 50th anniversary. No, that's the Super Bowl. What?
Yeah, when is it?
Is it?
It's on Valentine's Day, next Tuesday.
But that's the concert, right?
That is the Valentine's Day concert.
Okay,
celebrating the 50th.
Yeah, when's the
special? No, the actual special where I'm sure they're gonna go over skits and all that kind
February
of stuff.
16th, 2025.
So it's 2 days after the concert.
I guess.
Oh wait,
hang on.
Sunday. A week from Sunday.
Okay.
This Sunday is the Super Bowl. The following Sunday is the SNL 50th anniversary special.
All right.
There we go.
We got it.
We got there. Just took a minute. Okay. But I'm all about both, and I will absolutely watch. I don't know if I'm going to go to an IMAX theater to watch the special, the concert, but I'll check it out on TV.
Same.
For sure.
I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Why do people call you Goose? Is it because you're cool like Top Gun, or because you hiss at people when they get too close?
A bit of both. No, it is. It's an old high school nickname from 11th grade. My best friend of 30-some years is Maverick, and I'm Goose.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, so it is a Top
cool
Gun
like
thing.
Top Gun.
It is a Top Gun
All
reference.
right.
Yep. We used to. It was our favorite movie. We would quote it all the time. And then one time at a Denny's on a Saturday night, I sang "You Lost That Love and Feeling" to a girl at Denny's, and we got the whole restaurant singing.
love it.
Like in the movie. And it just stuck when I started my radio career 25 years ago, and I got an internship. The guy was like, "Do you have like a nickname or something?" And I was like, "Goose." And then it just kind of stuck, and it's all I've ever used.
So you got the whole restaurant singing?
Yeah, like in the movie Top Gun.
But did you get a date?
I did get a date.
Oh, okay.
I did.
All right.
Yes. Yep.
It worked.
It didn't last, but I got a date. So.
Well, that was your Blitz Rock rundown. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Tess. Greatly appreciate it. We will be back next Monday with another Blitz Rock rundown. And, of course, on the fly here, do you put these stories up at 997theblitz.com?
I do a video recap, too.
Perfect. Yeah. You can go check it out online.
From Atlanta, Fulton County. The color I see, then you may go, and there's an exchange of
Tales from across the pond.
All right, today's tale from across the pond takes us over to England, where Rhian Evans, 25-year-old shop worker from Canterford, she pleaded guilty to pursuing a course of conduct amounting to harassment. Here's the deal. Rhiannon found out who her ex's new girlfriend is.
Oh.
Can always be difficult when you find out that information, when you find out that your ex has moved on. However, what you shouldn't do is harass this person. And Rhiannon's pursuant of the harassment was by sending audible messages through the WhatsApp of nothing but her farting into the phone. So,
I mean, did the girl deserve it?
I mean,
did she steal her man?
It all began on December 22nd with when Rhiannon started sending Deborah audio recordings farting into the phone, and then she would turn the phone and laugh into her face and then hang up. Here's the thing. She continued on and on. These messages continued daily, multiple times a day. You're just opening up your phone and you're just getting crop dusted through the phone.
I wonder why that guy broke up with her.
I wonder, was flatulence a problem in the relationship?
Jeez.
That you're going to end up breaking up with this person?
You have so many farts in you that you can consistently call someone and fart.
Right. Finally, after so many complaints by Deborah to the police, she was arrested for harassment and given a 12-month community service plus fines, suggesting that these videos have been very unfair, purely malicious, and she's smirking and laughing at me, making me the victim of fart attacks.
The butt of a fart attack?
The butt of the joke. Yes, absolutely. That is your story from across the pond.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
Is winter on the way out or not? Yesterday was Groundhog Day. Man, do I hate Groundhog Day. It's the worst day of the year. It's so annoying.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's a groundhog that doesn't know crap.
So Marion's Buckeye Chuck did not see his shadow and predicted an early spring, but Punxsutawney Phil disagreed and called for 6 more weeks of winter. But any way you look at it, it's still 44 days until spring.
Yeah, but it's 60 today.
I know. I'm excited. Like, Buckeye Chuck's the man, I guess.
Dude, you gotta understand, Goose, when winter started, Kelly was ecstatic. I love 4 seasons. It's cold. I like it cold.
I do. I love 4 seasons. But listen, I like it warm, but when it gets too hot, I'm going to start complaining. Same things when it gets, like, we had a deep freeze. I'm good. We spent an extended amount of time in a deep freeze. Now I'm done. Okay?
The bugs are dead.
Allow me that.
I don't mind 4 seasons. I don't mind snow. I enjoy the occasional snow sport. I'll go snowboarding.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. But I want it for a month,
yes,
6 weeks.
Same.
And then I want to bust the golf clubs back.
But
out.
I don't like the 0 and below stuff, man. There's just, it doesn't,
No.
Ugh.
Okay, Justin Baldoni, movie director Justin Baldoni and his attorney have published a website amid a battle over allegations of what happened on the set of his and Blake Lively's film, It Ends With Us. The website contains Baldoni's lawsuit and a timeline of events related to the case. It's called thelawsuitinfo.com. I love that name because it's basically like it's the only lawsuit anyone's talking about. So it's thelawsuitinfo.com. Now, the two stars played a couple in this movie, which came out last year, but they have since become very embroiled in a very bitter legal dispute. Blake Lively sued Justin Baldoni in December, accusing him of sexual harassment in a smear campaign. Baldoni is countersuing Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, on claims of civil extortion, defamation, and invasion of privacy. Also, Baldoni is suing the New York Times for libel. There is a court date today for both sides. Now, I guess a trial date's been set, and that's not till next year. But there's a court date today for the two sides, although neither Lively nor Baldoni will be present. They're going to be working out some issues today in court as to how to move forward. But I do know that Justin Baldoni got that website out there real fast before the judge tells him to take it down today, I bet.
This story is so great. Dumb.
Great.
Oh, I love it. I love to see two big-timing bullies get what they have coming
and
to
they
them.
are getting crushed.
They are.
online.
I mean, I could not give less of a crap about a story. Like, two whiny rich people.
Yeah.
Now, let me state though, if something SA related happened to Blake Lively, that's horrible. Should never dismiss that. But other than that, bickering back and forth, he did this and he said this. Shut up.
Yeah, well, one of her claims, he called me hot. He told me I was hot. But he has audio of this whole situation where he's like, it's hot in there. You might want to take off your jacket.
And I'm sorry.
He said.
He called the atmosphere hot, not you, Blake.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but one, Blake, yes, you're attractive, and two, thankful you're attractive because you're a terrible actress.
Right.
That's what's gotten you.
yes.
That's what got you through your career.
But I keep hearing people say that movie's so good.
I don't know. I'm not a huge Colleen Hoover fan. She's the one who wrote the book. I think it's schlock. Everything she puts out's terrible, and poorly written. But I can see them being made into decent movies that are semi-attractive to a certain crowd of people. But Blake Lively is a terrible actress. I'm not ever seeing anything she's in.
But it's just the fact she made those accusations, specified when they happened, thinking there was no audio, and he had it all.
And audio.
I mean, she is such a liar.
I love seeing someone get what they deserve.
Yep.
All right, just as a public service announcement, there's a new term you need to know about. It describes a bad conversational habit, and it's called boomer asking. And anyone can be guilty of this, not just boomers. Here's what it is. It's when you ask someone a question so you can immediately steer the conversation back to yourself to brag about something. All right? For instance, you might say, "Oh, did you have a great time in Fort Lauderdale last week? Because I was just in the Greek Isles and I blah, blah, blah." Like, you ask a question to turn it back to yourself. Like, "Oh, you've probably seen the new Basquiat exhibit at the Art Museum. What did you think?" "Oh, you haven't? Well, let me tell you about it."
See, we used to call those Super Marios. Because they were one-uppers.
One-uppers, that's what it is.
They were just one-uppers. I have a former...
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
Or friend, and he was very much a one-upper, and it was like, Come on,
It's
dude.
exhausting.
It is.
But this is funny because this is where a person is creating a situation so that they can one-up. It's not like they were being presented with something to one-up. They're actually making you say something
That makes
so
you-
that
that-
they can
that's even
one-up.
worse. Yeah,
right.
that's even
yes.
worse.
You're like dying to talk about this like hoity-toity documentary you just watched, so you're trying to figure out a question to ask that'll come back to you so you can brag about it. Maybe we've all been guilty of that. I don't know. But yeah, they're basically saying if you want to break yourself of that habit, then you should ask somebody a question about themselves that you have absolutely nothing about yourself to say in response. So anyway, those are your 3 things.
All right, let's learn you some stuff on a Monday morning. Some fun facts you can take with you. Maybe impress your coworkers. It always seems that if you find the right writers or producing couple, they like who's the guy? I can't believe I forgot his name. Chuck Lorre. You know, 2.5 Men.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory.
You know, you get these ideas. If you're a fan of 80s sitcoms, then you might know the names Neil Marlins and Carol Black. They're the husband and wife duo. They gave us Growing Pains, The Wonder Years, and Ellen. Not the talk show, but the sitcom, when she had her own sitcom. I remember watching Growing Pains and The Wonder Years.
Yeah.
I never watched Ellen, but I definitely remember Growing Pains and Wonder Years. Those were some good ones. Up until a year ago, no one could figure out how long a day was on Saturn because there's about 1,000 miles of clouds blocking the view of Saturn, so they couldn't tell how long a day was. But finally, new data from NASA and the Cassini spacecraft, they have solved the mystery. You want to take a guess? Of course, we've got 24 hours in a day here on Earth. How long do you think a day is on Saturn?
Is it bigger than Earth?
Much.
Saturn's much bigger than Earth?
Much bigger than Earth.
Okay, then
I think Saturn's, Saturn's the second largest planet next to Jupiter.
All right. Wow, Jupiter's way bigger. So I'm going to say 150?
150 hours?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
10 hours, 33 minutes, and 38 seconds.
Well, how is it because it's turning that much
spinning at a
faster
faster
than
rate,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. See, I was thinking the size of it was going to take longer.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I had no idea. So, I mean, does it?
Well, I mean, how do you? Is there gravity?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know what.
So like, there's no life because they all flew.
They flew off. Centrifugal force just pulled them off the planet. No, I don't know what scientifically what changes how fast a planet actually spins to make it a day. But yeah, 10 hours, 33 minutes, and 38 seconds.
Well, I mean, 'cause I'm just thinking one full rotation.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Let's see. Only one former cast member has ever reportedly been banned from hosting Saturday Night Live again. Think of cast members.
Oh, a cast member.
Cast member, not, you know.
Not a guest.
Not a guest. A cast member that was banned. And it makes sense because this person does have a history, at least in the public, of causing problems where they go. Up until the last thing I know that he did, I think he got kicked off because people had problems with this person.
Well, I know Chevy Chase has had some issues, but I can't imagine he would have gotten booted. And then, I mean, John Belushi used to get in a lot of trouble. I don't know. Neither one of those are right.
No, you are correct. Chevy Chase.
Oh, it's Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate.
Just because I'm constantly hearing like he got into it with this person somewhere, just like
Always
regular
gets
people.
into it with people.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why he became a jerk. But it's really unfortunate because he put out some good stuff. I haven't watched, what I do want to watch, it was on in the background, but I got busy, is Saturday Night, the movie, the 90 minutes before the first episode of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I only saw clips of it, but I want to sit down and
that
actually
looks
watch
really
it.
good.
Yep. Let's see, from the 1700s through the early 1900s, the second most spoken language in the U.S. was German.
I can believe that.
And then, obviously, during World War I, started to get in fights with Germany, and then it became a bit taboo.
Right.
Really don't want to talk about it. And now, it is the 13th most spoken language in the U.S., behind English, Spanish, Chinese, French, Vietnamese, Arabic, Korean, and so on.
Wow.
And then, finally, the Rolling Stones almost got themselves in a bit of trouble, all due to an accident. Of course, you know the song Paint It Black. Mm-hmm. Great song. Well, An accidental stray comma in the title on the record cover almost got them in trouble because it said paint it, comma, black. And of course, people thought that it was kind of making a racial connotation where it was just paint it black. And you can't.
Wow.
You can't do that.
No.
You can't do that. So there were some people that up in arms. Of course, they fixed it. But yeah, in the original printing of the album had a comma in painted black. Great song.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah. Like, who hit the comma?
Right.
The person who typed up the file, and no editor takes a final look,
right,
and goes, wait, this probably shouldn't be here. I need to take this out. But no, it made it to print and almost got themselves in a bit of trouble.
That is unreal.
Yep.
That is one I never heard.
Learning you some stuff on a Monday morning. It's 99.7 The Blitz. 99.7 The Blitz. It's the Morning Blitz. Goose, Kelly, Thick Rick. High of 60 today. I think I'm going to go and stroll around downtown this afternoon.
Downtown?
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
you know, when I came to visit, one of our coworkers took me to lunch at Thurman's.
Yeah.
And drove me around. So I got the car tour. Mm-hmm. But to be able to go and explore, because, you know, now I'm officially here.
Right.
Here to stay. Move to Columbus. And so I think I might just do a little roaming with the weather being so nice.
Yeah.
I mean, 60 degrees. Why not?
I don't blame you.
Hoodie, no coat. I'm in. Although, after reading this story, I may also go home, sit on the bed, lock the door, and not move. Because stuff like this scares me. Imagine going on a camping trip, burning the tip of your thumb, and then waking up in the hospital with no legs. That is what happened to this man. Mark Armstrong was out with a couple friends in Kiowa, Colorado, doing a little camping this past December. And they're getting ready for their couple days in the wilderness. They brought all their accoutrements with them that they needed, including their skillet that they were going to cook with, doing some open flame cooking, which I love. Set up your little tabletop with the wood and get the metal grate, and you can cook over the flame. Well, he went to grab the skillet, and he burnt the tip of his thumb. He burnt it pretty good. He heard the sizzle. I get it. However, 2 days later, the thumb was really hurting, and it was swollen, and it was really getting to him. And he also noticed that his toenails were starting to kind of turn dark purple. And his friend was like, something's going on. You should go get looked at. So sure enough, he went to the hospital, and they ended up putting him into a medically induced coma because when he got the burn and it opened up, obviously, he got an infection, which turned to sepsis, which is an infection of the blood.
Oh.
So the purple toenails were part of the sepsis. They ended up having to amputate both his legs. Oh!
Wow.
I can't even fathom, because I go back and forth. I'm a big believer in living life. You've got no control.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is what's going to happen.
Yep.
There's nothing you can do about it. But to know that a simple little on the tip of your thumb could turn into sepsis and you losing both your legs.
Crazy, man.
That is absolutely unbelievable.
I thought you were going to tell me he got a flesh-eating virus.
Oh, that scares me too.
Yeah.
That's good. As someone who goes to a lake house on the weekends in the summer, we love it. We do this. We do the surfing behind the boat. We swim in the water.
Yeah. Oh yeah, same here.
It's still, I think about it all the time. And not that I do it often, but even opening my eyes underwater.
Yeah.
In the lake.
Yeah.
I'm picturing little things getting.
Oh, you opened your eyes in the lake?
No, again, very rarely.
Okay.
For that exact reason. Like, I can't, something getting in the little squiggly, something gets in your eye. Oh, no, thank you. I do remember, 25 years ago when I was in college, I cooked at an Applebee's, and they had the fajitas.
Yeah.
And you get the sizzling fajitas because they keep those skillets in a specific oven that is at 550 degrees.
Oh, wow.
And on a very busy Saturday night, We were flying. We're cooking. We're going. And it was like, all right, we need the skillet plate. And I grabbed it barehanded because I was moving so fast. And it just, you could hear the handle just sizzle the palm of my hand. It was
that's a pain that, there's just nothing you can do about it.
No.
Nothing.
No. And sure, cold water is nice for a minute.
Yeah, no, nothing. And all you can do is time. That's the only thing.
Burn ointment is a joke.
Nothing.
It's still hot. There's nothing you can do. So be careful out there. That's all I got to say to you. 99.7 The Blitz. 99.7 The Blitz. It's the Morning Blitz with Goose, Kelly, and Thick Rick. Kid Rock.
You can't do that to me. Tell me something like that right before we go on the air. I want to know now.
I'll share the story real quick.
All right.
Obviously, Kid Rock from the suburbs of Detroit. And right when he blew up, I was still DJing in clubs.
Oh, okay.
That was my side gig. I would do radio, and then on certain nights or weekends, I would DJ clubs.
Which he did as well.
Yeah. And so he came into the club one night that I was DJing. He wasn't quite huge. I think his first album had just dropped, so he was getting some notoriety. Obviously already, famous in the Detroit area, and he had some money in the bank, and he stayed till close. And after close, we went to a strip club, and we dropped like 25 grand.
Oh my God.
He dropped 25 grand.
Okay.
But he gave us stacks of singles to
He gave you
throw
money?
around. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Throw around,
okay.
yeah.
That's nice of him.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
I'll bet it was.
About 25 years ago or so. He's gone a bit off the deep end for me now, but, whatever. It was still a good time. Hey, thanks for joining us on a Monday. Enjoy the 60-degree weather. Is this weather going to hang on for...
It's not going to be too bad. I think we got 1 or 2 cooler days.
It cools off and then back up to the 50s by Thursday. And then, okay. So, all in all.
I mean, it's February.
That's true,
and we could be 10 degrees below zero in 2 weeks. You never know.
And we will.
Yeah.
We will. We're not done yet, obviously.
No, not even close, man.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 a.m. If you missed any part of the show, you can, of course, head to the website, 997theblitz.com. We'll have the full podcast up there, so make sure you check it out.
Give me about half an hour on that.
Okay, great. Yeah. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. 99.7 The Blitz.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.